Minnesota, Twin Cities, studying strategic communications with an emphasis on public relations. I came in to the U as someone that was undecided. So I honestly didn't really have a plan coming in. I thought I'd be a nurse, really. So I didn't decide until halfway through my freshman year, actually, when I started talking to more people about what they major in. And someone talked to me about strategic communications, and she told me all about how she fell in love with like advertising and public relations, and I was like, wow, like I'm so inspired. So I took a couple classes in the journalism school and fell in love as well. So I definitely think that my first passion is fashion, but realistically thinking about how I could make fashion into my career, it was, you know, a long and hard like journey for me. I thought about being a fashion designer. I thought about being someone that just like works in retail merchandising, but I don't think I could do any of that and be happy. So after I explored advertising and public relations specifically, I started thinking, what if I could do public relations, but for fashion? You know, at first, I think it was really hard. My family kind of expected me to be like a nurse or a doctor, a lawyer. And I really did think I would be a nurse coming into college, but after just realizing what my passions are and what I want to do every single day that would actually make me happy, you know, I came out and told them that I want to do public relations, and my family really supported me after I was just honest with them. So I'm really grateful for the family that I do have and their support. Yes, so my blog is called The Clothing Statement, and I started it when I was a freshman in college, after I took a trip to Europe, actually. So I came back and a bunch of my friends were like, oh hey, what are the best spots to hit up in Europe? What outfits did you wear? What were the good foods that you ate? And I was like, well, I should really just write all this down somewhere and like publish it, because, you know, everyone's asking me about it. And I don't want to just make a Facebook post, you know, that's kind of boring. So I decided that I would finally face my fears and start a blog, which is something I'd always wanted to do.
Was it scary?
It was so scary.
Why is it scary?
Like, honestly, it was really putting myself out there. I used to be very scared of being vulnerable with people, and having a blog forced me to become vulnerable. Like, I talk about everything on there. I talked about, like, you know, my family life, my mental health, and like my history with like anorexia, stuff like that. So in terms of body image specifically, I think that I've changed a lot since middle school and high school, when I was going through, you know, my eating disorder and everything like that. Now, as an adult, I'm looking back and realizing that all of that was created by like pressures of society and like what I saw on the media. And of course, these days, runway models still have to be a certain height and fit a certain size because they're sample sizes for the clothes that designers make. But nowadays, when there's things like Instagram influencers and Instagram models, I think that anyone can really appreciate their bodies, and, you know, like anyone can be stylish or like indulge in fashion. And I just think that it's incredible, because Instagram specifically and like YouTube and social media overall has really opened the doors for everyone to do that. No, definitely. In terms of confidence, I've built it a lot over time, and I would say a large portion of it did come from starting this blog. Consistently putting out content week after week or month after month, when I got too busy, I was forced to really think about, like, if I want to portray myself as an inspiring individual, I actually have to love myself first. So, you know, it was quite the journey for me as someone who came from a background like I did with, you know, like my eating disorder. But now I've been forced to put myself out there a lot, and I don't want anyone to feel like they need to be insecure or that they need to be a certain size or height or anything like that. And I want everyone to like appreciate how they look. So that's the type of, you know, attitude that I've embodied myself. But it does get hard some days. Like social media, definitely, like you'll scroll through and you'll see like very beautiful women, very like skinny women, and you know, some days you're just like, oh man, I wish I looked like that. But like obviously I had to like, you know, train myself to think like that's not reality, you know, that's social media, and I want to be someone on social media that can like, you know, show some stretch marks and show some cellulite and be like, hey, this is me and I love myself. To answer your question about, you know, anyone who wants to start a blog, I think that, of course, like you said, anyone that has passion to start a blog is already well on their first step to starting it, you know? As long as you have passion to do something, you are able to succeed. The only thing that is hard about it is your determination. So like, you have to really train yourself to create content even when you're tired, even when you're busy, even when you're having bad days. And, you know, like, if you have a schedule, like I had a schedule of like 1 post per week, I really had to plan out my schedule around that and be like, okay, well, Mondays I have to write it, Tuesdays I have to have everything edited, and then Wednesdays I'll publish it, you know? So my tip is just to make sure that you are passionate about it and to really get your schedule in order, because running a blog isn't easy. Not anyone can do it. You have to really do it out of passion. You can't expect anything in return either. Like, if people don't like your content, so be it. You're doing it for yourself, and if one person is benefiting from reading your blog, then that's like an accomplishment right there. I would say that my inspirations definitely came from like Jen Im. Like, she's honestly my biggest inspiration. Like, she's a total like boss woman, you know? I love her style and I love everything about her, but lately I've been discovering new like YouTubers and bloggers that I've really enjoyed their content, some of which are Best Dressed, aka Ashley. I love her style. She's honestly so cool. Like, the way she talks just makes me feel like, I don't know, she's very calming. Like, she has a very calming sense about her. I also love Christelle Lim. All these ladies that I'm naming are actually like Asian too, like Asian-American. I think that growing up I didn't have that many like Asian-American women to like look up to, but like nowadays with YouTube and social media, I finally have that. So those are my top 3. In 5 years, you know, hopefully I'll be settled down in San Francisco and working somewhere like a PR agency or doing some work for social media and influencer. That's kind of what I'm passionate about. Hopefully it'll still involve me blogging. If you go to my blog right now, what you should be expecting is all things fashion and lifestyle. So what I mean by lifestyle, since that's so broad, like I do a lot of like reviews and I do a lot of like, tips and tricks or best places to travel, stuff like that. If you were to walk into my closet, you would see that it's a giant mess, but out of everything in there, I think that my most like prized possessions are my statement earrings. I love wearing earrings, I wear them all the time, and I think that they're just a great way to like finish any outfit, but makes you look really put together. If I go out without like earrings, I feel naked. Fashion has been seen as such a superficial thing and a very materialistic thing, right? But I say fashion is anything. Like, you have your own sense of style. If you want to dress comfortably, you can dress comfortably. Like, personally for me, I don't wear sweatpants unless they're like, you know, like those jogger types, because I like that more athleisure style. But if anyone wants to go out there and wear sweatpants, like, go do it. Like, sweatpants look so cute and they're so comfortable. Why not? I wore a traditional Vietnamese áo dài, which, you know, I actually own quite a lot of because my mom travels to Vietnam like every year, and I get like 2 or 3 new ones made for me, specifically tailored to my size. It's made out of silk, which is like the Vietnamese like national fabric basically, and it's traditionally worn by, you know, like anyone, like women that are getting married, schoolgirls. It's also worn by men. It's just all over Vietnam you'll see people wearing áo dài. Like, my earrings are star shapes, and you know, stars have always had a very deep connection to me. I don't know why exactly, it's so hard to explain, but I am somewhat of a believer of like astrology. Yeah, I'm a Libra, by the way.
I'm a Pisces.
But yeah, so I love stars. And then the leopard print skirt, like I've been really into leopard lately, and I just think that that screams like more blogger Hamy. I love just sharing like my little fashion outfits of the day, stuff like that. So I just thought it'd be something really cute to wear.
Do certain outfits give you certain moods?
Yeah, for sure.
What is this mood today?
You know, sexy, confident bitch. In terms of the workplace, it's been really hard because when I enter like an agency or I see like a marketing department, it's mostly like white people and specifically men too in like higher positions. But I do know that this industry, specifically in Minneapolis, is working on it. We really are. I think everyone's trying to hire people that are more diverse and to put women in power and stuff like that, but it is a very slow moving progress. Well, if I walk into like an agency, I will most likely see only about 1 or 2 Asian women. So it's always been really hard for me to connect to everyone that works at an agency, but it is very, like, I don't know what the right word is, but like sort of satisfying to see like at least 2 women that are just like me working in an industry that I am very passionate about, you know, because it does mean that they paved the path for me to walk on.
See. That was good. Last question. What's your favorite type of candy?
Oh my gosh, girl, my favorite type of candy? Ooh, anything chocolate. I'm a big chocoholic, yes.
Fenty Beauty or Kylie Beauty? This is important.
Ooh, okay, I'm sorry, Kylie, I choose Fenty. I actually don't own any Kylie.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Are you a gloss girl or are you a matte lip girl?
My lips, I am definitely a matte girl. Yeah, I'm
you?
not a glossy girl.
Okay, cool.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned a little bit about me and about the fashion industry. So watch next time and tune in to see who's next.